Hi Capricorn, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for October. I hope you're doing well. I am going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Capricorn out there, so guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, guys, just get in where you fit in. But as always, Capricorn, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Capricorn? Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, you are starting out with the Five of Pentacles reversed. You have the Death card and the Nine of Pentacles. So Capricorn, there's something here that has ended. And I feel like you want to reconcile. You want to retrieve it. You want to move backwards. It was a loss for you. And I feel like you want whatever it is you've lost, you want it back. With the Nine of Pentacles here, you're showing up as single. You're showing up as independent. And you are showing up, you know, having a pretty good financial situation. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Capricorn's energy, please. Show me who is in Capricorn's energy. All right, so the person in your energy has the Five of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Wands. So I feel like this is somebody you had a conflict with. Yeah, they could be very argumentative. There's been a conflict. That's what caused this ending. And I feel like this person decided to move in another direction. This could be somebody that lives at a distance from you, but they don't have to. I just feel like there was a conflict here that ended the connection. They moved forward, but I feel like with the Three of Wands, there's an energy of waiting for something to arrive. So I don't know if this person is thinking you're coming back towards them, but they're waiting for something. Let's see the energy between Capricorn and this person. Thank you. Six of Swords in the reverse, stuck energy. There was chaos here, and the chaos is still present. Yeah, there's no peace in the situation for either of you. So let me see what's affecting the connection. All right, you have the Four of Cups reversed, and they have the Fool in reverse. So this person is fearful of they're not willing to take a risk. They moved in another direction because they don't want to take a risk. They don't want to have a new beginning here because of the way things ended between the two of you. There was definitely some conflict, some chaos here. With the Four of Cups in the reverse, you may have been ignoring this person after this ending, but it looks like the more you try not to think about them, the more you do think about them. You may have caught feelings for this person, and that was unexpected. So let me see the outcome. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Still more stuck energy. Yeah, I don't see anything moving forward. This person's kind of waiting for things to move in a better direction. You're over here in your strong, independent energy, very focused on your money. So I don't really see anything moving forward in this. So I'm really not clear as to why, they're in your energy and you're in theirs, except for the fact that I can see that you've been thinking about this person even though you don't want to. And they may be waiting for you to approach them as well. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. That's underlying energy for this reading. And that shows me that decisions were made, doors were shut. And it was because, somebody here felt like it was unbalanced. And I believe it was this person in your energy. So let me clarify. Spirit, why is the Five of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles reversed, we have the Moon, and we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So this is indicating that you're not single. So you could be involved with somebody, but you act single, or you may have gotten out of that relationship. But the energy between you and this person is you're showing up here as not really being single, pretending to be single, but not really being single, keeping secrets. And, you know, what you're keeping secret is that you are thinking about this person. You're keeping it secret that you do want to reconnect with this person. So who are you keeping it secret from? All right, so let me see why the Death card is here. Queen of Wands. Oh, you're very attracted to this person. And the Devil in reverse. You're very attracted to this person, but you don't want to be involved in something toxic. Now, you could have some toxic traits here that you have been working on. It could have to do with, you know, addictions of some sort. That's what it looks like. But whatever it is, I feel like, you know, that's in your history. It's in your past. It doesn't feel like it's current because the Devil is in reverse. But you definitely have a strong attraction to this person, or you're showing up here as being very flirtatious. Somebody that... You're showing up here as being somebody that is very attractive and people like to be around you. There's a charisma that's here. There's a lot of sexual energy. Very attractive person. But you don't want to go toxic with that either. I feel like you enjoy the attention, but you don't want anything toxic. So I feel like you've done some work on yourself. You may have ended something, a relationship. You may have ended it so you weren't in a toxic connection. So you could play the field. Let me see this Nine of Pentacles. Show me the Nine of Pentacles for Capricorn. All right, Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, you've released someone or something here and let that go. It was a relationship it looks like there was a lot of problems with. And you eventually became overwhelmed. And it was toxic, so you ended it. And I'm seeing somebody that is enjoying their freedom right now. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Somebody who enjoys being free. Maybe spending a lot of solitary time. However, very attractive and gets a lot of attention from others. So let me see this person's energy. Who the heck is this? Let me see. Why is the Five of Wands here for the person in Capricorn's energy? King of Cups reverse, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy, and Judgment in reverse. So this person may have been developing feelings for you, and then they pulled those feelings back sharply because there was an altercation between the two of you. There was some sort of a conflict here. And now this person is saying, yeah, that was a bad judgment call for me. I'm not giving to this situation emotionally. And they look like if you did approach them, that it would be difficult. So, because this person's approaching things from a very defensive standpoint, and they're like, I'm leaving the emotions out of it. This was chaos. I don't want that ever again. And that's why they're not willing to take a risk. Why is the Two of Wands here? Why is the Two of Wands here for the person in Capricorn's energy? The Hangman. And the Seven of Wands reversed. So they moved in another direction. Again, I'm feeling like they're very defensive. I do feel like they were waiting to see if there would be a new beginning with you. But at the same time, because see, they were waiting to resolve the conflict. And you were ignoring them. So they wanted to resolve this conflict. They were waiting for that. And hopefully have a new beginning with you. But it looks like that didn't come about. So now they're very defensive. And although they want a new beginning, they won't take the risk. Or at least they're holding back from it anyway. Let's see why the Three of Wands is here. There's definitely this person is waiting for something. They have 2 cards of waiting. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and the Ace of Cups. Oof. Okay. Yeah, this person's waiting for love. They're waiting for love. They're waiting for a loving relationship. But I feel like with regard to you, Capricorn, they have their sword up. They're strong boundaries here. This person, they did wait for there to be an end to the conflict between the two of you. But when that didn't happen, and it looks like it didn't happen because you were ignoring this person and you were over here enjoying being seen by someone else or others, period. And so now this person is saying, you know, I'm waiting for love, but it's not here. It's not here with this person. So their guard is up. I will say that this is somebody that is, you know, very honest, because the King of Swords is honest, but they definitely make decisions not with their heart, but with their head. And what their head is telling them is that this is not worth waiting for. They're waiting for love, but not in this connection. So let me see the energy between Capricorn and this person. Show me the energy between Capricorn and this person. Oh, this person felt disrespected. Yeah, they felt disrespected in this connection. All right, we have the Three of Wands reversed. We have the Emperor. So you could be a divine masculine, or you could be dealing with a divine masculine. And I feel like, this is more of a masculine that I'm talking to. We have the Empress in reverse. So this person thought you would be a great match. However, they recognized that the two of you were not on the same page during this conflict that the two of you had. And now it's like this person just turned off the feelings, turned off the emotions, decided to take charge of their life, felt like this connection would only bring chaos and not peace. And in your energy, I feel like you were not, you might have been in another connection. You may not have been completely transparent about that. And so I feel like you were keeping secrets here. Yeah, you were keeping secrets in this situation. But ultimately, at the time, you were saying, I have to take charge of my life. This is not the person that I need to be with. And now you're regretting that. Now you're wishing that you had acted differently, but you're keeping that a secret from someone else. Could be dealing with an Aries, a Libra, a Taurus. So you both decided to take charge of your lives, but not collectively together. You each individually, took charge. And that's what caused this rift between the two of you. Let me see what's affecting the connection, because I can see you're thinking about this person a lot. I feel like they waited for you to come towards them and you didn't. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse, and the Seven of Cups reversed. This person was confused why you didn't come in and try to fix things. They felt like it was unequal. They felt like it just caused chaos. It just caused emotional imbalance in their life. And they went through a period of confusion. And now they feel like they're clear. And what are they clear about? They're clear that there is not going to be a new beginning in this. That they're not going to take a risk with you. Now, so I feel like time has elapsed between the two of you when this first conflict happened and now. In your energy, I do feel like you were enjoying the attentions of someone, or more than one someone's. You were enjoying the attention, and you do get a lot of attention. But I feel like you've been thinking about this person. You're afraid this is now going to be a missed opportunity. And there's somebody here you don't want to know that you're thinking about this person. There definitely is. But see, here's the thing, is that you know you can't approach this person with toxic energy. You can't approach this person with any kind of third-party energy or addictions or any kind of toxic energy. I do see you possibly reaching out to this person, but it'll be something very small, like maybe a text or liking something on their social media. It's going to be very, very small, just to kind of gauge their response, to see what they're going to do. And it's because you can't stop thinking about them. All right, so let me look at your outcome. Show me the outcome between Capricorn and this person. All right, we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So this person's avoiding you. They're avoiding conflict. Yeah, they feel like they're avoiding any kind of conflict with you. They're remembering the conflict that took place. And I feel like there's just a lot of stuck energy. Nothing here is moving forward. Nothing of substance. There's some sort of karma, negative karma that's taking place as well. And actually for both parties in some manner. But this is somebody who definitely, you know, makes their decisions by their head, not by their heart. And what they're saying is, I will wait for the proper love. I don't want to deal with conflict. I don't want to deal with chaos. I don't want to deal with somebody who's not pouring into my cup as much as I'm pouring into theirs. And so I do feel like this person is not going to move towards you. Now, in your energy, you are now in a very single energy. You're in a independent energy, working hard at your money. You're trying to avoid problems as well. You may be even trying to release and let this person go because you don't want the problems. But with the Ace of Wands here, I do feel like you want a new beginning with them. But here's the thing, is that it does look very sexual. There's a lot of sexual tension that I'm feeling in this, but mostly on your side. So I do feel like you're trying to let this person go. You're trying to avoid conflicts. You're enjoying your freedom here. But at the same time, you keep thinking about this person. And I feel like you're trying to figure out what's going on with them, what's happening with them. Because pages are all about, you know, studying, learning, trying to figure something out. That being said, I don't feel like this is going forward. That's a lot of stuck energy here. Something that was moving very slowly ground to a halt. Yeah, it ground to a halt. And I do see both of you kind of avoiding one another right now. Now, you could have a brand new beginning with somebody else. That there's some sort of new beginning that you're excited about. But I feel like overall you have a lot of sexual energy towards this person. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. That is underlying energy. And it does show that things did not turn out the way that you thought they would. And I feel like you're not really content. You're not really happy about that. But it also indicates that you may be in and out of another, because we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Well, here we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the, what am I saying? Oh, Nine of Cups reversed. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Cups reversed. You see what I'm saying? You're back and forth. You're up and down. And I feel like somebody made an impression on you, Capricorn, and you're just not able to, you're kind of not able to let it go. Yeah, and it didn't turn out at all the way you wanted. But also be careful that you're not making decisions that are selfish. That can be a very selfish energy. So make sure you're not making decisions that are one-sided as well. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Yeah, you have number 13. It's called Solitude. Now, that does condense to a 4, so there is something to do with stability here as well. But it says Solitude. So you might be the type of person that needs a lot of solitude. It says, I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. Meditation is required when you receive the solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period for conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back and take your focus off of your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much-needed rest and time out. Yeah, so just take a beat here, Capricorn, and, you know, you don't have to rush into anything. That's why there's no movement here. Take a beat, look at everything, replenish yourself, take some time for meditation, and spend some time in solitude here, okay? All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Capricorn. If you have resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Capricorn, know that you are loved, and namaste.